Join me as I clean up my space and let's swatch 5 different Mooncat nail polishes, all red and pink shades, ranging from one of the darkest red leaning polishes that they have to some of the lightest. Now these are not all of the red and pink Mooncats I have, but these are the ones that I have sitting out that I need to swatch. And right after I finished swatching them, I realized one of them has already been swatched in the past. That's right, it got sat in the wrong place, it was a double, I don't even know anymore, but eventually I'll figure it out. Starting off with Blood Moon, this has a black jelly base and a dark red holographic. It was released in October 2021, so it's not a new polish, but it is still available. It was part of the Ode to Luna collection. Next up we have Shroomdom. This is a red jelly base full of flakies. This one came out in 2023 as part of the Lost in a Folktale collection. This particular bottle was gifted to me by my dear friend. Thanks, girl. It's so pretty. Although it does feel more like a dark pink than a true red like it looks in the bottle. For our third swatch here, we have Fleur Savage, which is the most recent release out of these 5. It came out February of last year, 2025, and it was part of the Baroque collection. Next up we have High Fructose. Now this polish is unfortunately discontinued. It was released in late 2022 as part of the Extra Shifty Shimmers duo along with Mermaid Bait. Mermaid Bait is a turquoise shimmer and it has a bit of a pink glow to it. And finally we have Moonfairy, which was also released in 2022. It is also still available and it is a pink lavender flaky crelly. So there's all 5 reds and pinks. That's 1 coat on each, and honestly pretty good coverage for 1 coat there. But of course we're going to come in and we're going to put a second coat for each of them, because I am definitely not going to wear my polish in just 1 coat. In fact, I'm probably going to do 3 coats. And since these swatches are for my personal reference, I want them to look how they're going to look when I wear them. Well, as much as is possible, since my fingers aren't clear and we're not putting a base underneath of this, it's more of a flesh tone, but we certainly get the idea good enough. Fleur Savage is definitely one that really does need that second coat. With just 1 coat, you could maybe even use it as a topper. Still very pretty, but it is quite sheer. I would say that's a very classic pink there. High Fructose is definitely a very interesting shade. The base is not too dissimilar from that of Moonfairy, although it is lighter. However, with that strong gold shimmer and that little bit of green sparkle to it, it's definitely very interesting. I don't know if personally it's going to look the best on me. It's definitely outside my comfort zone, but I'll try it. And lastly, let's put a second coat onto Moonfairy, which is definitely a lavender leaning pink, but I still think it's more pink than purple. So there we are, 2 coats on each. Perfectly cromulent, very nice. You could definitely get away with 2 coats. However, because I am a 3-coat girly, we are putting that 3rd coat on right now. So if you want to see what it looks like, here we go. 3rd coat on Blood Moon. Honestly, not a huge difference. We're not seeing a big difference there, but I feel like when you're actually wearing it, that light shining through your tips, that would make a difference for me. I would go to a 3rd coat for that. Now Shroomdom, and I think this one has benefited the most from the 3rd coat. It really takes it to an extremely rich color. Since it is a jelly, you're still going to have that nail line no matter what, but I'm definitely doing 3 coats for Shroomdom. I think it really needs it. Fleur Savage, 3rd coat on there. Again, not a massive change for this one. However, I am not a VNL lover, even though I'm getting more comfortable with that. So for me, I'm doing 3 coats on Fleur Savage as well. High Fructose. Now with this one being discontinued or dearly departed, as Mooncat says, I know some people would say I'm wasting it to do 3 coats, especially with my long nails. However, I know if I did 2 coats, I would not be satisfied. And then what? I'm taking it back off, and now I'm doing 3 coats? 5 coats? Very wasteful. 3 coats? The amount you need, or I need anyway. Of course, it all comes down to personal preference, and a lot of people are comfortable with only 2 coats, or if you have shorter nails, or if you don't care about visible nail lines, 2 coats is probably perfectly fine for you. But for me personally, I do feel like all 5 of these red and pink Mooncats would be 3-coaters for me. So while these are all absolutely beautiful polishes, and I love looking at all of them, I'm not sure I would love all of them on me. So let's rank them. I'm going to say number 1, Blood Moon. Obviously, y'all know I love a good dark polish. If you think it's black until you get up close to me and then you see it actually is a color, well, that's the kind of polish I like. I'll go ahead and put Shroomdom second place. A good red is good on anybody and everybody. It's so classic, and this one with those flakes and the jelly, it's a little funky and different. Fleur Savage, I'm getting more into orange leaning colors, but I'm still not sure how that one's going to look on me. High Fructose is a really interesting shade. Definitely a lot lighter than what I usually go for, but with that gold shimmer, I am intrigued. And that little pop of green, but will it give me mannequin hands? We'll see. And lastly, we have Moonfairy again. And while I do absolutely love purple, I don't know if I absolutely love lavender. It's very pale, but very pretty. What do you think? How would you rank these polishes? Which one do you think is the best, and which one do you think you would never, ever wear? Let me know.